Today we want to look at the different ways of stopping gum bleeding without going for dental treatment or going to the hospital. So as you watch on with this video, we are going to be looking at how to stop gum bleeding almost instantly using antibiotic drugs, using changing of toothbrush, using vitamin C and just like a home therapy, a home remedy to stopping up gum bleeding. So if you have gum bleeding and if you're, or probably if you're suffering from you notice that you have bleeding out of your gums and is almost happening frequently, then this video is for you. So don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like our post and share this post. So on this post you're going to learn a lot of things and how to stop gum bleeding almost instantly using all these home remedies mentioned here. So just continue to follow this video and you'll be fine with almost instant yeah, all right. Today we want to look at gum bleeding and how to stop it almost instantly without going for dental treatment or probably going to the hospital. The truth about this video is that it happens to everybody, and this has happened to me before. So I'm like sharing the ideas of what I did and how I was able to treat this one even without going to the hospital or spending so much money. So from my experience based on when it comes to personal health and all those things, so I want to share how to prevent the development of bleeding gums with an instant solution and without doing too much, without going to the hospital. But definitely, if you have the problem of bleeding gums, then what are you going to do? The first one is, even if you can't go to the doctor or if you can't go to the hospital, then you consult your doctor as well, probably on the phone. Okay, you have a problem of bleeding gum, and it tells you one or two things, and all some of these claims or some of these ideas put together is what the doctor will also ask you to do. But instantly, what do you do? If the bleeding gum stuff is becoming too much for you, probably is frequent daily and maybe like 2 or 3 times per day, you have to see your doctor. Then after that, if the doctor is if not something life threatening, then you have to go more on vitamin C, or vitamin C source of food or vitamin C pills. One thing I noticed is that from elementary science, they said scurvy and bleeding gums is as due to lack of vitamin C in the body. So when the bleeding on your gum is becoming too much, go for vitamin C fruits like oranges, watermelon, and the citrus family will do that for you. So go and get citrus fruits, and if you cannot lay your hands on citrus fruit, then what do? Then you go for vitamin C tablet or vitamin C pills supplement. This might be due to lack of vitamin C, which are a result of coffee. So if you have bleeding gums, start taking vitamin C, which is very easily, you can get that in stores. Go for vitamin C pills or vitamin C tablet, and you start seeing changes. The next thing which I would like you to know when it comes to bleeding of gums is the change of toothbrush. If you have bleeding gums and you need instant way of stopping it, then what you need is also to change your toothbrush, because then I used to have this bleeding in every morning, and I was scared probably if I'm having something serious. But I called the doctor, and the doctor asked me that, okay, if it's not life threatening, then I have to change my toothbrush to a more softer. Maybe the toothbrush is too hard. So, and the bleeding reduced and it stops finally. And I realized that the toothbrush is too hard because it's damaging the 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 gums. So when your toothbrush seems to be too hard, then you need to change that toothbrush to something very soft. You understand? So if your toothbrush is hard, or like you're experiencing bleeding gums, then you have to change your toothbrush at first, so at least to check. But for many people, I believe it stops the gum, the bleeding, the bleeding condition. Then the next thing, you also need to change your toothpaste as well. I've done that before. I changed my toothbrush and also changed the toothbrush because probably I don't know if the toothbrush toothpaste is too harsh for my gums. So if you need an instant way of stopping this bleeding without going for dental care or going to the hospital, then you also need to change your toothpaste. When I changed my toothpaste the other time, and I changed it with one with fluoride and menthol, I noticed that the bleeding reduced it reduced drastically. So if and then realized that the toothpaste also probably is too concentrated for my gums and all those things. So I changed the toothpaste to something mild and with fluoride and menthol, and which also works. So if you also have that bleeding gums issue, then you can also change your toothpaste. Then oranges as well. Oranges belong to the citrus family, and there's so many types of orange. But the sweet orange, the normal one, another orange is another way of studying of stopping these bleeding gums or gum diseases almost instantly if you take oranges, fresh one. So because these oranges contains natural vitamin C that prevent bleeding gums or tooth-related issues. So taking natural vitamin C from oranges is one of the best way. I've tried it; it worked for me, and I don't just need to go to the hospital or spending too much money on this bleeding. I just take oranges many times. In fact, I ensure that I take it almost every day, and it works for me. So I don't know about other ways, but these are the natural ways. These are the home remedies I know that can help you to stop instantly the issues of bleeding in the tooth. Also, the earlier when I called the doctor, because I don't need to go to the doctor, it gave me some prescribed antibiotics, and so these are tablets or medications prescribed by the doctor. The doctor can ask you to, can even tell you on phone that okay, go and take this, go and take that. So, and if you see your doctor or your dentist, they will recommend some antibiotics for you, which works along with what I've said. So from what I've said, also you just put all these things together. The doctor the doctor prescribe antibiotics for you, and it's going to work because that antibiotic works from inside. So that's that. So all these things almost stopped my bleeding gums instantly, and within a week or two, in fact within some days, each time I wake up in the morning and I try to check, and I notice that something is gone. So on this video, I talk about let me start from the last one. Talk about or taking prescribed antibiotics from your doctor, and talk about taking of oranges or the citrus fruit, any fruit that contains vitamin C. Those are the citrus family: oranges, lemon, and others. They are recommend change of toothpaste, and I also talk about change of toothbrush. I'll talk about taking vitamin C pills. Is that if you have it fresh, you can take those vitamin C pills, and if you have it in tablets, it also. In conclusion, these are some of the things I've done, and I noticed that it happened. So if in your own situation or in your own case you have done all this and you haven't seen any changes, then you need to see your doctor, because anything you do, any home remedy you do, and you don't get instant or probably within 2 3 days don't have changes, then you need to get your doctor to know about it. So what I do, and also recommending this, that if you notice that your gum is bleeding and it's bleeding almost every day or 2 times in a day, what you do is that, like I said earlier in this post, I said you have to change your toothbrush, change your toothpaste, and most importantly, you still need to go for vitamin C supplement, vitamin C pills, or vitamin C fresh fruits, which are found in oranges or fruits that belongs to the citrus family. I think that's from elementary science. And also, you also need to see your doctor so that they can prescribe some antibiotics for you, which works. So all these things together will help you to prevent instant or to just stop bleeding gums instantly. So don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like our post, share this post, and most importantly, subscribe to us so that